Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for another video. And today I'm back with one of the most popular videos on the channel, the Matt test. Now, if you don't know what the Matt test is, the idea is simple. I have a guy working in my office called Matt. He's in the sales department of the company. So he knows about magic. He knows about entertainment. He sells packages to our customers for me. He's also a performer. He's also an actor. He's a musician. He's in a band. He's currently touring with the Rocky Horror Show. As well as working full-time in my office. He's a fantastic guy. He loves magic. And the Matt test is all about showing him a trick and getting his opinion. And what's really cool about it is because he's got a background in performance, a lot of the time when I'm showing him a trick, he'll bring his knowledge of performance into looking at the trick as a whole, and the conversation is very interesting, and the Matt test is always one of the most popular videos on the channel. Well, today I'm going to do a Matt test on a brand new trick that's come out recently through Penguin Magic, and it's called Flight of Fancy by David Regal. Now, myself and Rylan reviewed this recently, and you can go check out the review by looking at the playlist for Craig and Rylan's review shows. It was on one of the most recent ones. And we gave it a really good review. Both myself and Rylan loved it. It's a very unique trick. And one of the reasons it's such a unique trick is because, in essence, what's going to happen is a card is going to vanish from one deck of cards and go into another deck of cards. But there's no forcing. There's no control of the cards at all. You know, at no point do you know the card that the spectators picked. You show that the card has arrived in the other deck before you show that it's vanished in this deck, and at no point do they even name their card out loud. It's a very interesting method. David first published it in one of his big books, and off the back of publishing it in one of his big books, he then had it made up, and originally he did a limited run himself, and now Penguin Magic have the product, and they've really pushed it hard, and it's great. It's a really good trick. What's very, very cool about it, like I say, is from a method point of view, methodologically, I don't know, from a method point of view, it's very different to anything else that you might have seen before. It's self-working, so there's no skill involved in this trick at all. You can do it anytime, anywhere, and it's a really visual trick. Normally when you talk about self-working magic, it's not really that visual, but this is a really visual routine where the card vanishes from one place and appears somewhere else, and it is super clean, and it's also pretty much an instant reset. There's a lot to love about this trick. So I'm going to perform it on Matt. I'm going to do a Matt test on him and get his opinion. So we're going to do that right now, and then once we've done that, I'm going to bring it back into the studio and give you my thoughts. So here we go. This is the Matt test on Flight of Fancy by David Regal and P3 Magic. Oh, Matt. How you doing, Matt?
Yo.
Deck of cards. 2 decks of cards.
Double the fun.
We're doubling up on the cards right here. This is incredible. What you're about to see right now is incredible.
Okay.
Specifically, something incredible is going to happen with that blue deck.
Okay.
So I don't want to touch it for now. I'm going to keep it there near you. It's out of my reach. Look. Don't get it. We'll get back to it later on.
Okay.
We're going to start with the red deck. And I want you to see that there are 52 cards, and more importantly, they're all there and they're all different. Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy?
Always.
Good. So it's really important to me that you have a free choice of card, and I don't want to influence you in any way. I don't want you to think I'm going to cheat. To be clear, I'm going to cheat. I just don't want to.
I know you are.
But I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go through the cards. Just anytime you want to, just say stop.
Okay. Should we just keep him going all the way down the day? Might as well. Stop.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You sure? We can start again if you want to. We can go back or we can go forward. You happy with
Can I
that?
have that one instead?
You want that one instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. You happy with that one?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Have a look at it. Remember it.
Got it?
You got it?
Yep. I got it.
Pop it in. Pretty fair, right?
Yeah.
You can put it there. Now watch. I know you're out of the two of us, you're the trained professional actor. But I've been working on my
You've been
choreography.
practicing.
Watch. Oh, that's poor Yorick. No. Not like that. Watch this. Here we go. Like I say, I do all my own choreography.
That is impressive.
Done.
Okay.
Your card has now jumped from there to there. Seriously, watch. Somewhere. Oh, there you go. Look, there's a red card. You see? One red card. You'll leave it sticking out like that. Now, obviously, that could have been there from the beginning. That might not be your card. You had a free choice of card. You even went one further, didn't you? If that is your card will have gone from here. Can you confirm it's not there?
It isn't there.
No? Not
No.
there? No? No?
No.
I don't even want to know the name of your card. I just want you to freak out when you turn that over.
What the hell?
And that is Flight of Fancy. It's one card jumping from one deck to another deck right in front of your eyes. Thoughts?
No idea. I've no idea.
No idea?
How is it not in the deck? You put it back in the deck and then you don't...
put it in the
I
deck.
put it in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
You just squared them up.
Yep.
And I was expecting kind of like a something, you were like, there was a manipulation, and then you just put the deck down, and I'm like, okay, well, he can't know where that is because he's just, there's no break.
No.
You literally just put it back in the deck and you went, okay. And as soon as you put it down, I was like, oh, okay. You can't.
And remember, you never told me your card once.
And I didn't tell you the
I
card.
know you know about forcing. Genuinely, there's no force of a card. It's a different... If I did this to you again, it would be a completely different card.
It'd be a different card if you did it again.
Yeah, it'd be a completely different card. You can pick any card you want to. And notice, I showed you the card was in the other deck before I even showed it had vanished. And at no point at all did you say your card out loud. And I promise you, I'm not lying here, at no point did I even know what your card was. I had no idea at any point in that what your card was, but I knew I'd be correct.
That's mind-blowing. That I've got no idea. I've not seen anything like that before either, I don't think. Cards jumping from one deck to another when it's there in front of you the whole time.
No, I don't think you have.
You didn't touch that deck?
No.
After I selected my card?
No.
So after I picked my card up, you didn't touch the deck?
No.
And you didn't know the card?
No.
So you didn't know the card, you didn't touch the deck.
I also didn't keep track of the card. When you put that card back in the red deck, I promise you I had no idea where it was.
It just went down. So when I put the card back in the... It's like, pick a card, blah, 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 blah.
And you were an awkward bastard like you normally are, and you're like, I want that one.
Yeah. Why not? But then it's like... So if I've just picked a random card out of the deck. Shown there. Put the card back. Normally there would be some kind of cut or something. You'd do something with the card so that you then know where the card is.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen.
Nope.
You just put the deck there. As soon as you I'll put the card back in the deck, you square them up, put it down and let go of them. And as soon as your hands left the deck, I was like, oh, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck's he going to know that? Because you don't... That's crazy, isn't it? See, just when you start to think that you know a little bit, but he does something like that, and it's like, nah.
So when me and Ryan reviewed this, we made the point of, and I'd like to know your thoughts on this, we made the point of, it's a good trick, we liked it, we gave it a good review. But we said, is it gilding the lily? Is it trying to swat a fly with a rocket launcher? And what I mean by that is the effect, if you break it down, is a card that's picked from this deck appears in this deck. You don't need two decks of cards to do that. Like, you could do that with a regular deck and cut the deck into two halves and use sleight of hand. There's no sleight of hand in this. It's self-working. It's a completely different method.
It's self-working?
Mm-hmm. There's no sleight of hand in that at all. I could teach you this, and obviously I've announced to people we are going to be doing a matchumentary. Yeah. Muggle to magician.
Nobody's gonna want to see that.
Actually, I think it's going to be the most fascinating series on YouTube.
Gonna want to
But
see that. I'm so. This is.
we're going to get Rocky training montages and everything. It's going to be amazing.
It's gonna be a fucking disaster.
I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, I could teach you this. I could, as somebody who performs on stage and knows how to perform, I think I could give you half an hour with this trick, and you could do it as well as I did it there.
I mean, I couldn't, but it's
Yes,
nice
you could.
of you to say.
No, you could.
So why do you think why do you think using 2 decks of cards?
It's just a lot to carry around, isn't it? It's like,
overkill.
look, I've got 2 decks. Now, I disagree. I don't think I agree with that because I've got a few different routines that use 2 decks. But I'm just making the point, 2 decks of cards. The 2 decks add.
Does it have to be another deck of cards? Because if you can just make the card jump from there into there, does it have to be a deck of cards? Could it not be something else?
It has to be a deck of cards, mainly because I'm not God. There's a method to this. I can't just immediately summon shit up inside a card box.
Well, that's what it looks like you're doing, doesn't it? Still not a magician.
Once again, if I had godlike powers, please remember Bahamas, beer, lots of beer,
Yeah.
and bikini models.
Can
Bahamas, beach, beer, bikini models. Remember the 4 Bs.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, you can probably take it because Sarah wouldn't let me go.
I don't think. I mean, you're saying you're using 2 decks of cards. You're not really using 2 decks of cards, are you? You're using that deck of cards. You could have that deck of cards in your pocket the whole time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you could use that deck of cards, do the entire trick, and then go, oh well, it's weird because it's this is a blue deck of cards and it's vanished from that one. So where's it gone? Actually, I've got this blue deck of cards here. Maybe it's in here, and then you bring them out and open them up, and then the card's in there. So you don't have to have 2 decks of cards there the whole time.
No.
If you were outperforming this and you were standing, you could just have that deck of cards in your pocket or wherever you wanted it, and then all of a sudden another deck of cards comes out and it's just in there. And that would have the same effect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's overkill at all.
Okay.
And like, I've seen you go out to gigs and you're like, deck of cards, deck of cards, deck of cards, deck of cards, deck of cards.
Oh, yeah. I have a few decks.
So being a magician out gigging, it just so happened to have an additional deck of cards on them, I don't think it would be considered an issue at all, because you're a magician, you're supposed to have those decks of cards on you.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I mean, I've absolutely no idea. I've not a clue, in the slightest. You don't touch anything.
No.
Like, that's there the whole time. I could have had my hands on that.
Yeah.
And, like, nothing. You didn't touch them at all. So where does it go? It can't.
It went over there.
No, it can't actually disappear, can it? It's not.
It went over there. It's like if I make a coin disappear. Yeah, let's say I take a coin and I make a coin disappear, and I go watch, and the coin disappears, and it appears on the table in front of you.
Yeah, but that's
you're not questioning that that's not the same coin. You know it's the same coin.
Yeah, but you're using sleight of hand.
So why? Yeah, but
because you said there was no sleight of hand.
Doesn't mean that I can't come up. Doesn't mean that David Regal can't come up with an incredibly clever method of getting a card from there to there.
But you
Without
can't.
sleight
It's
of
not
hand.
without sleight of hand. It's not possible.
Well,
because-
it is possible because you just saw it.
But it doesn't open. The box didn't open. The box didn't move. You can't physically move a playing card through.
I think that you are
invisibly through time.
underestimating the ingenuity of magicians, sad magicians that sit in their bedrooms all day coming up with weird and wonderful James Bond style gimmicks to do something that you would not consider is any practical use at all.
I mean, I'm sure David Regal's very, very good.
Oh, David Regal's amazing.
Clearly very, very good.
He's amazing.
But you can't.
Don't like him too much
science.
though. I don't want him to die.
I liked Aldo after he died. It wasn't my fault. Don't make that a thing.
I'm already worried about Lloyd.
I do like Lloyd.
Exactly.
It wasn't my fault that Aldo died.
No,
it's
it wasn't.
don't make that a thing.
I'll try
This
and-
can't even be a running joke because people are going to be sending you tricks and go, "This is my new trick. Just don't show it, Matt."
So, Flight of Fancy.
Passed.
Yeah, pass
I
the
like
mat test.
it. It's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I've no idea how it's done at all. However it's done, it's very, very clever. That's the kind of trick where you could go out and do it at a gig and just fucking blow people away. Because you come out to a gig, you're like, hi, magician, do you want to see some magic? I've got this deck of cards, and everyone goes, oh, okay, it's a card trick. And then all of a sudden, it's not really a card trick.
It's not a normal card trick.
It's not your average card trick. That's like the next level up from, like I said before, we've been out wedding season, go out to see a magician every weekend because you're at somebody else's wedding, and they're all doing card tricks that are good. They're really good and they're impressive, but I've seen them 1,000 times before. Whether that is a method that's been used in something else.
This is very unique. I've not seen many tricks where you don't know the card at any point. I mean, I genuinely have no idea what the card is that you picked. I have no idea anything, but I know that it's going to vanish from here. It's going to appear over there.
That's nuts. To not know the card, to not touch that deck, to not manipulate that deck, and it's self-working. That's insane. Like, that's very, very clever.
There you go.
Very clever. I like it.
Passes the mat test.
Oh yeah. That 100% passes the mat test.
Well done, David Regal. Please don't die.
Don't make this a thing.
So there you go, guys. That is Matt's thoughts on Flight of Fancy. Very interesting that, you know, he picked up on the fact that it seems so impossible. And, you know, sometimes, I know Matt's got a little bit of knowledge about magic, but sometimes I think that we don't give our spectators enough credit. I think they know that once a card is put back into a deck, if you are, you know, like shuffling it or cutting it, there's a chance that you might be able to keep track of the card. Everybody's heard of card control before, and everybody knows that magicians are able to, you know, track cards and shuffle track. People are aware of that, right? The way that this routine is structured really cancels out any method that somebody might have, because they see that it's a free choice of card. They see the card going back into the deck. You don't touch the deck. You show the cards vanished. Before that, you show it's appeared over there. And as I say, it is a free choice. It's a different card every time. And there's no sleight of hand. And, you know, Matt just said, I've got absolutely no idea. And he's aware of forcing. He's aware of card control. He's even seen me palm a card before. He understands the very, very, even though he can't do it, he doesn't really know what the moves are called, he understands the very, very basic principles of what a magician is able to do with a pack of cards. And yet he looked at it and he was like, I've got no idea whatsoever, because that's the whole point of Flight of Fancy. If you want a super clean vanish of a card and an appearance somewhere else, this is one of the best ways that you can actually achieve this. If I was going on camera, if I was going on TV and I wanted to do a routine on TV where a card vanished from one place and appeared somewhere else, and I wanted to do it with people burning my hands, I would probably pick this. This is a really good way of achieving that effect. And, you know, for that reason, it passed the mat test, and rightfully so. It passed the mat test because it is very, very, very strong. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. There's nothing really else to add. If you want to know my thoughts on the trick, you can do so by looking at the review. But ultimately, you know, we have to go on what Matt said, and it's very true. It's a very strong routine, and it's really baffling, and it's very different to anything else out there. So there you go. That's Flight of Fancy right here on the mat test. So there you go, that's another mat test in the bag, guys. Do me a favor, let me know what you think in the comments down below. You want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with another video, and please don't forget, if you haven't already joined the NETRIX, please give it a go. It's www.thenetrix.com. You can join and get access immediately. We've got some amazing content coming up, including some amazing stuff by our latest instructor, Wayne Goodman, and a whole bunch more coming up as well. So guys, thanks very much for joining me here on Magic TV. I'll see you again soon. As normal, my name is Craig from Magic TV.